Aiko, mama kwaba tu ya ne Kofi Di Nkomo
Yaa Di Nkomo
episode 3 miensa.
3, yeah. And see, in this episode, Kofi, what will we be talking about?
I think since we ended it where I firstly visited you in Kumasi, we'll be talking about how we were able to manage the time that we were already like having a kind of distance
long-distance
relationship
relationship in Ghana. So, do you want to know my opinion on how?
Of course.
Okay, so what I'll basically say about that one is that it was nice, like, because at that moment I didn't have anyone in my life, and to have someone there and to know that even though I'm leaving, I was leaving Koforidua, but I had someone that I could talk to. I had someone that I could visit, or he could visit me, was something very nice. Like I said in the earlier episode, in the beginning it was a bit much for me to prepare. Like, you know, our way of hospitality, if someone visits us, we want to really host them well. So I felt like he's coming too fast, I can't really prepare well.
Kafra, why? Kafra.
I can't really prepare well and all that. But at the end of the day, like I said, like he said the last time, I was able to over prepare. I was able to put one or two together, and it happened. So all in all, the long distance relationship, it wasn't really difficult because we were both in Ghana, and I knew that if I really wanted to see him, it's just take about 4 hours and I'll be in Koforidua or he will be in Kumasi. So it wasn't really difficult for me, but right from the beginning, no, I don't know, I was already thinking about the proper long distance, like when he's away and all that. But how was it for you?
For me, like, you know, transportation in Ghana, like the roads can be a little bit basa, and how some of the drivers behave on the road too, and the cars sometimes, like
let me jump in. That is something that I was really also scared about. I remember I was always forcing Kofi to take the Kofor bus because it's safer. Kofi always come a trot because he wants to be fast.
Oh no, sometimes
because it's full on time.
It will be full within 20 minutes, and the bus sometimes you'll be there for 2 hours before it will set off.
Yeah, okay, continue. Yeah.
So yes, safety wise the bus will be better, but sometimes like I closed from the school or whatever we were doing, and
straight to Africa,
and straight I went to the station, and then I was like, the bus is not even here. Only 3 or 4 people have bought the ticket. Need them. Meko Trotro side.
Trotro station.
And then, boom, 10 minutes, the car will be full. Sometimes you even get AC car. The bus, most of those from Koftown to Kumasi, there was no AC.
Yeah, so
the,
it's not a petrotron.
The AC Trotro. The AC Trotro was a plus again. It's like, okay, Meko Trotro. Sanity. So,
but apart from that, apart from the transport system, what again? Were you happy? Were you?
Well, I was very, very happy that I knew, okay, this weekend I'll go to Kumasi, or maybe you come. I think in the beginning it was mostly me going to Kumasi. Also because at Koforidua I was like sharing one room with another volunteer, so there was not really enough space to host you properly. So I was always very, very happy.
Yeah, in the beginning, I remember later on, I think we'll be seeing each other every second weekend because I was in the nursing training. I needed to learn and all that, and we couldn't really meet frequently. So it was every second weekend of the month. And for me, I was definitely really, really always happy whenever I needed to go to Koforidua. Yeah, it was, I don't know, meaning it was just nice. When I knew that I have to go to Koforidua this weekend, and we are in class. Sometimes I wasn't even thinking about what I was learning. I'm just imagining how the weekend is going to be in Koforidua and all that. Like, was just nice. So that was about the distance relationship in Ghana. For Ghana, it wasn't.
So how long were we even doing that? I think
for 8 months.
About 5. No. So we were together for 8 months, but it took some time until you also went to Kumasi again after your clinicals, and even in between you had another clinicals which you also
I also came to Koforidua.
So I think we did that for like 4 to 5
months. That one was not so difficult for us. Like, none of us cried because we knew that, at least in 2 weeks we were going to see each other again, and we were in the same, like, were the same place. It's difficult difficult car. And back then, I think it was also through that time you had your birthday.
Yes.
During that time, Kofi had his birthday in May. I think we met in January, and then in May we did a birthday. And what would you say about how I came up? I want you to describe it yourself. I don't want to say it.
I was planning to do it at, I'm not doing advert here, but at Daddy's Bar in Kofftown. Back then it was basically the only big place in Kofftown around 2016, 2017. So we decided to rent the rooftop side there, and then immediately she said, I'll prepare, we need to prepare food. I'll prepare it, okay? And I said, okay, fine, sure, why not? And then the way she prepared, that one same like when I went to Kumasi, the way she prepared food, hey.
So I remember back then, I came with my friend. This is my friend again, Abigail.
Yes, she was.
And then, by a toy more, you better go for it and those kind of things. So, I say a be a vegetarian, be vegetarian. So we did 2 different dishes, one with meat, one with like a normal vegetarian dish, and I made a cake all the way from Kumasi to Koforidua. I remember when I brought the cake, Kofi said, when he said you were bringing a cake, I thought it was something small. It was a big cake.
Hey, it was big and kata, like almost like a wedding cake.
And this is the cake. Right there, that's what you can see there. And so we brought all these together, and then at the end of the day, we went straight to Daddy's Bar. Continue.
And then at Daddy's Bar, like I'd invited a few Ghanaians from Kofftown, and then a few volunteers from all over Ghana, basically. So we were about, I think, between 20 and 30 people or so. And then it came to the part that we shared the food, and Charlie, like some of the volunteers even had difficulties with a few Ghanaian dishes or what their host families offered them. Then they tried my girlfriend's food, and they were happy. Hey, Charlie, like, why are they?
Yeah, it was really nice. And then to Daddy's Bar, the birthday, enjoy your Honuman or mobile. They told us we would have to either leave after
about 1 or 2 hours or so.
Meanwhile, I rented home.
Some big man came up. You should go.
Because we rented the place.
Me and my friend, we went to the reception, or like to the kind of owner or in charge for that evening, and said, Adeng, you rented Wahaya. We paid money for the rooftop. I think back then about 200 or 300 CDs. Just for that, no drinks included, just to get that place. And they're like, yeah, but this one, you can't change it. You swift a little, eh?
And then at the end of the day, we came to a conclusion that those people will join us. Like, we didn't know who it was. They didn't mention name and all that.
Some super big guys came, like tall,
bodyguards.
Charlie. Later on, we found out we were the bodyguards, and then all of a sudden, Shatawole came up. Hey, Shatta, ba. Okay, fine. Oh, nice.
Like back then, I Kofi so Kofi a Shatta, like still no a Shatta fan, and I can say. Or a Shatta fan, no a Shatta fan pa. And Yehu no ni jen. Shatta, honestly speaking, he's a very nice person.
Oh yeah, he was so nice. Like
boss,
then he had his
wherever you are,
table
shout
with
out.
his people, and then later on we said, "Can we come and take a picture?" Come on, all of you come, and then
took
he
a lot
took
of
time
pictures.
for each of us to take pictures.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, he took pictures with all of us. These are some of the pictures you are seeing right on the screen. Like, it was really nice, a beautiful moment. He was very open and nice person, and we had a lot of fun. And then later on, the owner came. You see, you are all happy.
Yes.
And that was the very first time we met Shatawale. Oh, one done. Shout out. He's a very nice person. Like, very. But I was surprised that Shatta was short.
You two, you are short.
But I was surprised that one done was short, because in the videos, music videos and stuff, I see him to be tall, you know. But he has a very nice personality. Nice, I just like him. I like Shatta.
So that was my special birthday gift.
Special birthday gift.
That came coincidentally.
Yeah, that's very nice. So talking about Kofi meeting my family for the first time. And then Kofi, after that, I will also ask you how you introduced me to your family. How was it when you met my family? I think the first time Kofi met my family was the very first weekend he visited.
That one, it was not my intention that I have to visit them right away.
It was mine.
It was yours.
It was my intention, because, you know, in Ghana, for me, okay, let me talk about how I even told my family about Kofi. I think the very first time I saw him and the very first time I had his number, I think I already called my brother Gideon, and I was like, hey, I think so menya obroni bien when you know, we were not even in a relationship. And I was already telling my brother about it and all that, you know. And then somewhere along the line, I also told like a few of my friends, and then yeah, I think I even told my mom and my granny about it, even before we started the relationship. And right after we started the relationship too, I told them, oh, we've officially started something.
And you even made me talk to them on the phone.
Yeah, Kofi spoke to them a little bit on the phone and all that. So I think Kofi visiting Kumasi, I felt like they need to get to know him. Just that they will know that, like, I'm also in a good hands, you know. So I took Kofi straight to where we were staying back then. How was it for you?
Oh, first of all, like, I was very nervous because, you know, like, meeting someone's parents is already a thing, and then if at the same time you can't really speak their language well, you are from a different cultural background, and then you also hear like how Ghanaian parents can behave, like
very strict,
and they will sit you down and tell you, no, yes, no, this. It has to be like this. It's not no, and all that kind of things. So it was even similar for you the first time you came to my host family. My host mother sat you down and spoke to you which church you are going to and how you should treat me.
The church was a problem.
The church was a little bit of a problem.
Kofi pastor.
But so I was nervous, and then I remember it was in the evening we went there to your family's house, and like they all came. Your brothers, your mother, and your grandmother were there, and like even though they can't really speak much English. And back then I was not able to understand much. We immediately clicked, and I felt very welcome. And yeah, even though there was not much of there was a big language barrier, but so not much of
fine
talking.
Boy.
But even though there was not much of talking or communication, we were able to understand each other right away, and they were just welcoming and happy. And I remember your your biggest brother had some, I don't know how we call it in English.
I also don't know. In Zemku, he played it and sang and all
he played that, and they were all so happy. And yeah, your granny, who doesn't even speak one English word, also spoke to me. You were sitting there, okay, nice. Fine, thank you. And
my granny was like, Kofi, Akwaba.
And a lot of other things, like a few other sentences, and I was completely lost. Sitting there, okay,
take care of my grandmother in Chile. And then I'll explain it to him like it was funny.
Granddaughter, not grandmother.
Granddaughter, sorry. It was really fun, and I think it was the one of also like I was very happy that he, you know, it's just a relationship. So even accepting to meet your family and all that, it's a big step. And I was really happy that he was able to like meet my family. And then I remember somewhere along the line, I was always asking Kofi, have you told your parents about me? Because I was also nervous. I wanted to know if they were willing to accept an African lady or something like that, And Kofi always told me, listen, for my family, it's not a problem. Whatever I choose, they will be happy about it.
I knew they would, like, unless I come up with complete nonsense, like marrying 2 or 3 people or something, like, just as an example.
But I was still very
they will
nervous,
always be backing me up. So it shouldn't
I
be a problem.
was really still very nervous because I didn't know them and all that, and I was always asking Kofi, have you told your mom? Have you told your dad? So tell me, how was it the first time you told them? Your dad,
well, I think,
your stepmom, your mom?
I think it was just like, this is a little bit of a unromantic part also, like it was just a WhatsApp message.
Okay.
And then I sent a few pictures of us together. This is my girlfriend now. But I think it didn't even take that much time until I told them. It was also pretty early. I don't remember when exactly, but it was pretty early. And they just reacted normal. Like they congratulated me and wished us all the best and were happy for us, and like just how I expected it, honestly. And actually later on, when I returned back to Germany, both my father and my mother told me, yeah, I knew you would come back with a girlfriend. Being it a Ghanaian or
a German,
a volunteer or whatever, I knew you would come back.
Oh, really?
This is
Oh,
nice.
they were expecting it. They knew you were a man already. They were expecting you to bring someone home. Nice. Okay, you
and
see.
Then they were very happy, like, and then I think even when I was still in Ghana, I gave you the contact of all of them also.
All of them. I think of his grandma. Even before you left Ghana, his grandma sent me some German books, CDs. A whole lot of things. Like I felt so happy
for you to already learn some German.
To start learning the German language. Mene o grandma kasaye. Back then I also minti German kasa. It was also a little bit difficult. Kakrebia Kofi betrem and Kofi se kase na men so kind. They were really happy, and then so that was basically how it was.
Oh, that's how it was like. And then jumping a little bit when I like came back to Germany and they picked me from the airport. It was my father and his wife, and we had to travel for about 3-4 hours from the airport to our house. And then they asked me, so how is it? How is she? Like they already knew a lot. They already knew you are a midwife student. You are from Kumasi. You have so and so many brothers and a sister and all that. And sanity, like
they asked you a whole lot of questions.
They asked me all that, and we spoke mostly about that during all the 3 hours until we were home. And they were just happy about it.
So me too, about meeting Kofi's host family. Host family, I think it was a few weeks into the relationship. I visited Kofi once with my friend Abigail. By that time, not all host parents, they were not around. It was only Kofi.
It was only my host brother.
And one of your host brothers was. And then somewhere along the line, Kofi was like, my host mother wants to meet you. I was like, eh? Whatever, she says she wants to talk to you. I was really nervous, and you know the funny thing, we got there and then you could do feel no. She was cooking. I wanted to help. You know that kind of our Ghanaian things. You want to show that you're a wife material. You know, I quickly went outside to help her. She go and sit there. So no, ma, let me help you. And then after everything, she also sat me down and started asking me questions. Like, where are you from? What church? The most important part was the church. When I said my church, that I'm a member of Church of Pentecost, she was like, are you sure? Do you really go? And then after that, she was really nice. She was like,
oh, she's a
wonderful woman,
mother,
like
and person. And,
I don't know. Words will fail us if we have to describe Marvida.
For her, like,
what's Marvida?
No, up until now, I'm still amazed how she was able to take us completely inside the family, like as foreigners, as yeah.
And even me, amazing. Like I just couldn't believe it. She told me right away that I've met a lot of like the kind of Kofi, and one thing that I have to tell you is that he's a very nice person. He has a good heart, so you better take good care of him. That one was the one you better take good care of him. And then he told me he's a very nice person. I just need to know how to go about it. I shouldn't cheat him. And she was also very particular about Kofi's vegetarian food. Don't just go and cook with something and secretly add meat and give. But all in all, she was still very happy for us, gave us her blessing, and also told me that I'm always welcome. Like anytime I'm a person member, will be a member, and it was just a beautiful moment.
Up until now, we have a very close relationship.
Like she's like a mother to me. Like she's my mom, basically. That's what I can say.
At latest, every few weeks we call them or they call us, and we'll be talking and sharing our life stuff.
We just love her so much. She's like a mom to us. She has really been a greater part and a greater support of our relationship right from the beginning until now, supporting us with prayers, with advice, and everything. So
same goes for the rest
for the rest of the family. It's just at the right time, each of them, their roles will come.
They'll all get their story
in our story, yeah. So that was basically how na your distance next year wakana Kofi also catchy kaka ya ne bi music catchy.
No, what can I go say now?
Can be a crash or monet saying it's all in all in general no. It's all conclude with Chima. How was it for you?
Bibia boko.
Na bibia boko.
Bibia boko.
Bibia kama.
Kama pa. Back then, kama like back and forth when it comes to Kumasi Koftown, but
and also like send your testing so all the time. We were testing video calls just all the time. Credit to the Yatobi.
And the network sometimes.
And the network was very bad. It was so annoying and all that. But all in all, no, we were able to make it happen. And here we are today. Yeah, here we are today.
Sanity. And the network, sometimes people ask us, do we fight? I would say the network was one of the few instances that once in a while got me so angry that it nearly turned into a fight. Because I couldn't hear her. She was hanging up and down and hey. Yes.
It's not all in all. What I have to tell you is like if you're beginning a new relationship or something like that and it's challenging or anything, just don't give up. Keep giving more effort, Anna.
If only
keep pushing. If only you are sure you feel loved and you are true to yourself. You're also in love. Just keep pushing.
It will be worth it.
To be worth it. Yeah, definitely. It was worth it for you. We make a good team, Angaza. Thank you for watching. Keep watching and subscribe, like, share. And then, lastly, leave your comments down there.
And in the next episode, we'll probably be talking about the real long distance relationship. Me going back to Germany, you remaining in
Ghana, how it was.
Yes.
The challenges, the difficulties, the emotional roller coasters and everything.
If you already have some questions for that, drop it in the comment section.
So,
JO2.
JO2.